The checklist doesn't exist because we don't trust you. It exists because memory is unreliable, days are unpredictable, and some things have to happen every single day, regardless of how busy you are.
There's a difference between those two things.
There's a massive difference between those two things. This is the working document. Let's get into it.
Checklists. I'll be honest, when I first got mine, I sort of skimmed it and thought, yeah, I know how to do my job.
How long before you missed something on it?
Shorter than I'd like to admit.
That's the answer. Not because you're bad at your job, because the checklist covers things that are easy to forget when you're deep in a busy day. It protects you from yourself.
Let's get into what's actually on these things. Walk me through the logic.
First, let's be clear about what a daily checklist is. It's the minimum floor for your role, the non-negotiables, the things that if you do nothing else, you still have to do these.
It's not a full job description.
Right. Your job description is everything you're responsible for. The checklist is the daily subset of that. The recurring actions that keep your role functioning and the company running. They're different documents with different purposes.
And there's one for every role?
Every role. Outside sales, inside sales, project manager, assistant PM, re-roof production coordinator, NC production coordinator, NC supervisor, NC director, commercial supervisor, warranty technician, and individual named versions for specific people where roles have personal customization.
What does a personalized one look like differently?
Same structure, but the specific tasks might reference the jobs or accounts that person owns. A PM with 5 active jobs has different daily check-ins than a PM with 12. The named versions account for that.
Walk me through what's typically on an outside sales checklist.
Mornings start with pipeline review. Where are all your active leads? What moved yesterday? What needs to move today? You're checking for follow-ups that are due, inspections scheduled for the day. Any homeowner communications that came in overnight that haven't been answered.
That last one is a problem when it gets missed?
A homeowner sends an email at 7 in the morning asking a question about their job. Nobody responds until 3 in the afternoon. That's not a good experience. The checklist includes a morning inbox check specifically to prevent that.
What else?
Lead logging from the previous day. Anything that got done in the field that didn't get logged in the moment needs to be captured. New lead entry if there are any from the prior day, and an end-of-day update on every lead that had activity. Where is it now versus where it was this morning?
That's a lot of logging.
It's the job. Sales without tracking is just driving around.
Inside sales is different because they're not in the field.
Right. The inside sales checklist is built around the office workflow, morning pipeline review, following up on any estimates that went out but haven't been responded to, insurance file status updates, where are the claims that are in process, answering inbound calls and emails within a defined window.
What's the defined window?
Response within the same business day is the floor. For insurance and active job inquiries, it should be faster than that. The checklist doesn't mandate a specific number of minutes, but it prompts you to look at what's come in first thing in the morning, and again, midday.
Production coordinator checklist?
That one is about job status. Every active job has a status, and the production coordinator's job every morning is to confirm that status is accurate. Any jobs scheduled for today? Are the crews confirmed? Any materials that need to be on site that haven't been verified? Any homeowners who need a heads up that work is starting?
The homeowner heads up is its own item?
Explicit item. Homeowners who wake up to a crew on their roof without any notice are not happy homeowners. The check-in call or text the day before, that's on the checklist because it matters that much.
Supervisor checklists. What do those look like?
More field-focused. Start-of-day crew check. Who's there, who's not, what adjustments need to be made to the schedule. Safety walkthrough before work begins. Material confirmation. Do we have everything on site to complete today's scope? If not, what do we do about it right now, not at 2 in the afternoon?
The timing of problem-solving matters a lot in field work.
A material shortage discovered at 7 in the morning is solvable. The same shortage discovered at noon is a half-day lost. The checklist forces the early morning sweep that catches those things.
NC supervisors have a different version?
NC supervisors have a version built around the builder relationship and the phase-based nature of NC work. Builder communication cadence, phase inspection readiness, schedule alignment with the builder's timeline. It's less about single-day completion and more about multi-week coordination.
And the NC director checklist?
The highest altitude view, portfolio level status across all active NC jobs, builder relationship health, crew capacity versus booked work, any escalations coming from the production coordinators or supervisors that need a director decision. It's a 20-minute scan that tells you how the whole NC division is running.
You've seen people fail at the checklist. What does that actually look like?
2 versions. Version 1 is people who never open it. They keep everything in their head. They rely on habit, and for a while it's fine, until the day their habit fails them and something important gets missed.
And version 2?
People who open it, scan it without really engaging, and check it all off in 2 minutes because they feel like they know what it says. The checklist isn't a thing to check off. It's a thing to actually do. If it says, confirm crew arrival time for tomorrow's jobs, that means you made contact with someone and confirmed it, not that you thought about it.
Is there accountability for whether people are using it?
Indirectly. The outcomes of not using it show up in the dashboards. Jobs with stale status, homeowner complaints about communication, leads that go cold with no activity. You can usually trace those back to checklist gaps.
Quick hits.
1. If something happens frequently enough in your role that it should be on your checklist but isn't, flag it. The checklists get updated. They're living documents. 2. The warranty technician checklist is one of the most specific in the system. If you're in that role and you haven't read it carefully, do that today. Warranty work has tight timelines and very specific documentation requirements. 3. Checklists are best done in the same order, at the same time, every day. The more routine the execution, the less mental energy it takes, and the more reliable the behavior becomes.
Next episode, the homeowner engine, which sounds like a large topic.
It is a large topic. The homeowner experience at Austermiller is a deliberate system, not an accident. From the first inspection call to the welcome packet to job completion. We'll break down how the app supports it.
Good one coming.
The job doesn't run itself. Now you know how to run it.